Welcome to the IT Service Management video for ServiceNow. This video will provide a quick overview of the system and reveal the new features for the new Fuji user interface. So what's changing? The remainder of the video will go over some of the new features for Fuji. Over the next several slides, we will go over on what's changing in the banner section. You will notice an updated gear icon, which will display many new menu options. In Eureka, this is the menu that you are used to seeing today. From this menu, you can change your home page, customize font sizes, change the theme, switch between a vertical or horizontal split layout, and enable the accessibility options. In Fuji, the icon will look a little different but will be located in the same place. Changing the font size will no longer be available, but the menu will include many new settings and options. In the banner under the Gear menu, there will be an option for What's New. As shown here, this will open a slideshow that will highlight the new features in Fuji, including a clean new look and updated icons, customizing the way the date and time appears, and speeding up forms by configuring the related list to load manually. In Eureka, you were able to customize your homepage from this menu by clicking on the gear and hovering over the word Home to display a list of the available homepages that you could select. In Fuji, you will have the option to change your homepage from this menu, but it has a new look. You will click on the gear icon, and next to the word Home, there will be a drop-down menu that will display a list of all of the available homepages. Under the Preferences menu, you will be able to change your views in ServiceNow. You can turn these features on and off by simply clicking on the slider icon. When the icon is green, the function is turned on, and when the icon is gray, the function is turned off. On the right-hand side of this slide, you will see a brief description of each of the preferences. In the date and time settings, you can choose 3 different options. The calendar setting is the default format. Time ago will display in minutes, hours, and days since it was entered into the system, and both will display the calendar and time ago. You can also compact the time to show less information. Please see the descriptions on the left. We will now talk about the related list loading features that can be selected. If you choose with the form, all related lists will load as you open the record. If you select after the form loads, all related lists will load after the form loads. If you select on demand, you are choosing to manually load the related list form from the record. We will go over this in more detail later on. The Application Navigator is the vertical toolbar located on the left side of the application window that provides links to all the applications and the modules. We will now go over some of the new features that are available in Fuji. In Eureka, the application menu is represented by 3 horizontal bars as shown here. From this menu, you are able to change your views and settings for your favorites. In Fuji, this menu is located in the same place but has a new arrow icon as shown here. You will see all the same options that you're used to. In Eureka, at the bottom of the self-service menu, there are 2 options shown called My Profile and Manage My Groups. In the Fuji release, there will be 2 new options called My Tags, where you can edit tags that you've created, and My Knowledge Articles, where you can view and edit articles that you wrote. The edge is the gray bar located on the left-hand side of the screen. The edge can be used to quickly access often used items and to create new bookmarks as needed. The Fuji release of ServiceNow has updated most of their icons. On the left, you will see the icons as they are in Eureka, and on the right, you will see the new updated icons in Fuji. We will now spend some time going over the new features for list views. In Eureka, you will see the highlighted icons shown here. These icons are used for viewing filters, column sorting, gathering information, and viewing the activity stream. In Fuji, there are updated icons and changes to column sorting. We will go over these in more detail soon. The Expand Collapse Condition Builder allows you to show or hide the current filters that are on for the list that you are viewing. When hovering over the information icon, you can view or edit a record without ever leaving the list view. When you click on the Activity Stream icon, it will display a list of all the activities and work notes related to the selected record. You can sort a list by clicking on the Sort indicator arrow or by using the new menu icon in the header to open the list context menu. We will cover these in more detail soon. In Fuji, if you hold the Shift key on the keyboard and then hover over the information icon, it will open the record and allow you to make any necessary changes or edits and save it without leaving the list view. The System Menu Preferences section offers several new options to enhance usability. For example, there is an option to wrap longer text in the list columns. When this feature is turned on, it'll wrap long strings of text as shown here, instead of displaying them as one long line of text. On the System Preference menu, there is a setting called Compact View. When enabled, the interface will be optimized and display more information. When disabled, everything appears larger on the screen and it will display less information. In the System Preferences menu, you can enable the Alt-Click feature. Once this setting is enabled, from a list view, you can hold the Alt key on your keyboard and click the record number. This will open that record in a new tab. You will be able to open multiple tabs in the new window without leaving the list view. The default date setting in Fuji is set to display in the calendar format. You can change these settings from the System Preferences menu as mentioned earlier. The Time Ago option will display how long ago the record was entered into the system, and the Both option will show the calendar and the time ago together. By default, the related list for a record will load with the form. When loading the related list with the form and scrolling to the end of the record, you can easily view all of the related lists. In the Preferences, you can also choose to load the list on demand. In this case, you would click on the incident number, scroll to the bottom of the record, and select the option that says Load Related Lists. We will now spend some time going over the new features for form views. In Eureka, shown here, you will see these selected highlighted icons. The highlighted fields shown indicate required fields, additional information, changing filters, and viewing the activity stream. In Fuji, shown here, these icons will look different, but will perform the same functions. When hovering over the Related Incidents icon, it will display a list of records that are related to the caller. You can easily close this by clicking on the X in the top right-hand corner. The Reference Information icon will display information regarding the record that is referenced in the field. All required fields will now be designated with a large gray asterisk. Finally, the Activity Stream button will display a pop-out window that displays all of the log entries for that record. In the bottom of a record, you will see all the forms in a tabbed format. From the Preferences menu, you can disable this feature to change the view from tabbed forms to stacked forms. A few more tips for form views. In Eureka, you can edit what you see in the activity log by selecting or deselecting the categories that you would like to view. The activity filter icons would also indicate what type of activity was being logged. For example, the envelope icon would indicate that an email was sent. You also had the option to expand or collapse the activity tab as needed. The forms view in Fuji function the same but look a little different. The activity filters appear on a list from a filter icon and can be selected or deselected from that list as desired. The envelope icon that would indicate the activity of an email being sent has been removed. However, you will still have the option to expand or collapse the activity section as needed. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We're here to help and we welcome your feedback. Please email us for questions or comments at its.sm.itsm.comments@its.ny.gov.